house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. Been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed.
That was good. I liked it.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Big Easy Bets podcast. I'm your host, Logan, and with me in the studio, Nick Von Brick.
Hello, everyone.
With us on the ones and twos and in his usual chair, Joseph Ascani. How are you?
Good.
How's it feel doing the cameras?
I'm like locked in on this fucking screen.
Oh, yeah? Justin's out with food poisoning, and he's probably sick from DK Metcalf's touchdown performance leading the team in targets and receptions. NCAA Week 10, NFL Week 9. If you're listening right now on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, hit the like button, and I'm just now remembering that I did not pull the winner of the $100 giveaway, so I will have to do that after and announce it tomorrow. So if you're listening, you still have a chance. And if you're not subscribed and you're listening right now, you have even more of a chance to backdoor your way into a free $100. Episode 131, NCAA Week 10, NFL Week 9. Best and worst of the week. I'll go first. My best of the week was Joe Rogan's podcast. A shameless plug for the number one podcast in the world. Dr. Phil was on Rogan's podcast. Did you see it? Did you? It's very good. I think everybody should watch it. Dr. Phil's a smart man. I don't know if he has any political affiliations. I don't believe he does. I don't want to get canceled by backing Dr. Phil. I don't know what he's done.
I don't be careful. You get canceled for anything.
Yeah. I don't know how he feels about the Jewish people. So I'll put that out there right now. If there's
Did he say anything?
No. I'm saying Kanye West is getting canceled for what he's saying about the Jewish.
Yeah.
So if Dr. Phil has anything out there, I don't know. I haven't heard it, and I don't condone it. But no, Dr. Phil's a smart guy. Dr. Phil's on Rogan's podcast. We're talking about the problems in the world. He had a good point that stuck out to me. He said we need to try coming to the table and starting a conversation with things we agree on. He said the problem is we all come to the table starting conversations with things we disagree on. And I agree with that. So I was listening to it today. I think it's good. I think everybody should listen to it.
Yeah, well, Dr. Phil made Bad Baby.
Yeah, that is
Kissing
true.
outside.
That is true. And he was in Scary Movie with Shaq.
Huh.
You definitely knew that.
Oh, wow. Didn't know.
All right. What's your best of the week?
Oh, dude, the NASCAR finish. Did you see it?
No,
you
I
had to
told you.
see it.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I think I saw a clip.
All right, let me show you because it won't do it justice me explaining it.
I think I saw a clip.
Ross Chastain, dude, he just goes. It's the final turn of the race. He just goes full throttle into the wall, passes up Denny Hamlin, and qualifies for the championship.
He's riding the wall.
Yeah, he just grind like a video game.
And he won?
He passes up Denny Hamlin to claim the final spot in the championship.
Oh, wow. Just riding around the wall. I told you, I'm out on NASCAR.
Whatever, that was incredible.
I'm long gone on NASCAR. But I saw a bunch of people. That's how out on NASCAR I am. I saw a bunch of people post that, and I just didn't even watch it. All right, Joseph, what was the best thing you saw this week?
Justin, he's not going to like this one.
Oh, yeah.
It's the DK Metcalf fake fade route. I don't know if y'all saw that. For Kenneth Walker's touchdown late in that game.
Oh, I did see that.
That was awesome.
No, yeah, dude contributes even when
like
he's not
that,
getting the ball.
I was about to say, that goes really against what Justin said. Like,
Yeah.
they like each other. That team's good.
No, yeah.
The Seahawks are legit.
I'm not gonna go deep into it.
I think they're a playoff contender.
Yeah. No, I don't know about that.
But the way he sold that fake.
But their
that fake
division
route-
is kind of.
No, it is. Yeah, no, but I saw the
struggling
exact play
as
you're
well.
talking about where he's like this running.
Yeah.
And
And then
yeah.
afterwards, he points right at the defender,
Yep.
like making fun of him.
No, I know. Yeah, guy had a lot to do with the Seahawks win, but so did Richie James muffing 2 punts. I don't know if you saw that. Jesus Christ, he's muffing the football without even the ball didn't even get touched.
Yeah.
He's getting hit like on his shoulder. The ball's popping out. I'm like, okay.
Cost me a lot.
Yeah. All right. The worst thing I saw this week. Takeoff got killed.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier.
That sucks, dude. We got to wake up. We got to fucking wake up and stop. I just don't get it. They have so much money. Why are you getting involved in dumb shit? There's conflicting reports like that Quavo instigated something with some guys and Takeoff was just kind of caught in the middle of it. I don't know. It was a
Quavo was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's in the videos. And then that's another thing, dude. People fucking are so quick to take their phones out as a guy is on the ground dying. And they're like videoing it like, oh, this shit will go viral. Like it's all literally, dude is there bleeding out and you whip your phone out. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's also crazy. I feel bad. He was just on the Drink Champs podcast talking about how it's time for him to get his flowers. Him and Quavo just dropped a song, and I don't know if they were doing an album or what. But like he was always like the least respected or least regarded.
I think he's the best
by the public.
The best rapper.
Yeah, I feel like the
them.
people that know what they're talking about, and aren't just like casual whatever listeners would say that he was the best of the group. But it sucks, dude. You gotta feel for everybody involved there. But I'd say that was the worst thing I saw. These people fucking getting involved in dumbass shit, dude. You've got so much money. Why are you fucking going and getting yourself killed?
Where were they exactly in Houston?
At a bowling alley in Houston, shooting dice.
Jeez.
That doesn't sound like a recipe for success, but yeah, I don't know.
No, it's crazy, dude. People are so quick to kill somebody.
Yeah, it's
like over almost nothing, basically. Sometimes
I feel like there's some majority of the time you go back and you look at it, like they probably think about what just happened and are like, that probably wasn't worth it. So I don't know where the feedback's coming from.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, what was the worst thing you saw this week?
The Michigan
In the tunnel.
the tunnel. They jumped that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, why they only have one tunnel makes no sense.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, a
I was
couple
wondering
teams-
why
I
they
know
were going
it's
down
a
there.
super old stadium, like really old.
I was wondering why that Michigan player was going down there. I
That's
thought
a-
he was looking for trouble.
That's another thing.
They were. I mean, I don't know exactly what
Well-
started everything, but still, for them to jump on him like that.
He very well, yeah, but I don't know for a fact though that he wasn't looking for trouble.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
no,
It
I'm
doesn't-
saying that because I didn't know that there was only one tunnel.
Well, there is, but he's by himself. So where's the rest of the team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I
was
don't
weird.
know.
That was weird.
I read some reports that he like chased in there after him. So it's like, don't be a dumbass.
He probably
Yeah.
was looking for trouble, dude. He's by himself and he runs.
Probably
into the
mouthing
whole
off. They just
team.
kicked the shit out of him. Probably talking shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, those were some like, I saw Reed in there, the wide receiver. Like, I don't know that he was throwing punches, but he was right in the mix. It's like that was top players from Michigan State. Like,
Yeah,
but
they got suspended.
I saw 4 people got suspended. They're talking about
They
doing,
didn't suspend any 4 or 5 stars.
they're talking, all the 3
Who
stars,
cares?
the ones that are nearly academically ineligible. They're like, okay, just fucking suspend them. Criminal charges though, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to see more.
The guy,
The video I
the
saw,
guy
the
with the
guy
helmet.
escaped, right, but
the guy hitting him with the helmet didn't,
No.
it could have been worse.
didn't look good. But if Myles Garrett
That's what I
doesn't
was
get
about to
criminal
say.
charges, come on.
Yeah.
Don't go chasing in the tunnel after you just beat the team. So,
Right.
and he may not have. I don't know. He may not have. What's the worst thing you saw this week?
We don't have to touch on it too much, but my lock in college,
What happened?
8 turnovers.
Yeah, well, we were gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Let's save that.
Yeah, well, we don't need to go back on it.
No,
It
we
happened.
will.
It happened.
Let's save it. We'll shelf it. But
Well, I'll
for
say this
everyone
about it,
listening-
though.
No. Yeah, Joseph doesn't think that it was as bad as it appeared. So we'll get to it. We'll
no,
shelf,
but
we'll
let
shelf
me
it
say
there.
this though. What makes it the worst as well
Mm-hmm.
is, my girlfriend and I, we watch a lot of football together.
Okay.
She likes football, and I'll give her that. She knows a little bit of stuff. Like, she doesn't sound super dumb when she
I'd
talks.
run circles around her.
No, definitely would, but
No, what'd she say? She
But-
said some stupid shit once. What was it?
I don't know.
You must have forgot. But you brought it up on this.
Well, you weren't
podcast.
very specific. Oh,
Well, anyway,
it was what was it? It was, I don't know. I remember the scenario you're talking about. But go ahead.
it was eating at me because, like, usually when we watch a game together, she's in and out. She's on her phone a lot, and she's watching when plays happen. But
She was locked
for
in.
some fucking reason,
Jesus Christ, he threw his 7th interception.
they kept throwing interceptions and fumbles and shit, and I'm walking off like barely watching anymore. I come in the room and she's just laser focused. I said, "What do you care so much about this for?" I don't know. It's just this is a good game,
She bet the other side.
babe. Yeah, she was definitely on Louisville. That's what makes it my worst, though.
That she was watching? That she picked the one game to be that invested in, and it was the worst pick
No,
you
the
had?
lock is my worst, but like what makes it even worse is that.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it.
No,
But
I appreciate her watching though. I love watching football with her.
the top 3 this week is going to be the top 3 potato chips of all time.
Any
So-
chips.
Corn chips count.
Yeah.
Corn chips.
You're talking-
Wouldn't that fall under the potato chip category, though? Fritos? It's in the potato chip aisle.
But potatoes,
Snack chips.
they didn't get made by potatoes.
That is true. But,
Yeah, the aisle says chips.
all right, we will recap what was an ultra profitable college football week. I think it was my best week so far, but we ended it with a horrible, horrible, horrible pick in Kentucky plus 12.5. We'll start there. I felt like Kentucky was going to be able to establish the run with Rodriguez. They got down so quick that they didn't really have much of a chance, but also, too, I felt like they would test the secondary of Tennessee vertically down the field, and they just didn't. They stuck with their game plan coming in, and it's like that game plan was out the window 21 points ago. So they kept just fucking chipping away. Will Levis lost so much money in one night. So much money in one night.
Yeah.
Projected first-round pick. He might still go first round, but people are passing on that dude now.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good.
He looked like
But he hasn't
dog
looked
shit.
good really this year, or really.
Yeah, there's always those guys that are a little bit more hype, have a little bit more hype than like substance, I feel. Each year there's a couple of them. But good God, talk about just absolutely shit in the bed and a chance that you could have made yourself a shitload of money. Plus 12.5, I think they lost 44-6. But we started the week off with Washington State plus 8. Joseph was also on it. We got a little lucky here, I would say. In the fact that nobody knew Cam Rising wasn't going to play. I didn't know. Joseph didn't know. You on the other side who bet Utah obviously didn't know. And anyone who tells you they did know, didn't know. Because everyone was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
He was the last minute scratch.
Thank God, because it was a little dicey there for a second. We lose by 4 on an 8-point spread, and we end up hanging on for the win. Interception there at the end, it was like, okay, what do we need? And then it turned out that they got the pick, but there was a penalty that then allowed Utah to sit on the ball. Georgia, Florida over 56.5. Kind of started slow, but once Brock Bowers caught that, I don't know if y'all saw that, the deep ball down the left sideline where he's like spinning and hitting it off his elbow and shit. The floodgates open from then on. So Georgia, Florida over 56.5 was an easy winner. Let's talk about Ohio State because Joseph was on Penn State. This game, so I still feel like Ohio State is one of the most dominant teams in the country. This was a back and forth, not even a back and forth. This was a Penn State game in the beginning. But when it came time to win the football game, they put their foot on their fucking throat.
Mm-hmm.
Were you watching?
I didn't catch the end, no.
Okay, so you missed. Like, did you watch the fourth quarter at all?
No.
Okay, well, that's when they just turned it on. And it was like, okay, Penn State's
I mean, I
outclassed.
heard what happened with 44 coming up with some big plays.
Yeah, JTT. Yeah, might have been one of the best single game performances I've seen from a fucking defensive player.
Yeah.
But that interception, oh my God. I looked at Lindsey and I said, do you believe in miracles? I said, because we're going to need one. The very next play, quarterback's throwing a dart. Clifford's throwing a dart to somebody like on a slant. He just jumps up from his defensive end position, snatches it out the air, and then runs in for the touchdown. It reminded me, different style of play, but the like, oh, you just asserted yourself so fucking bad. It reminded me of Jadeveon Clowney's hit where he picks the fumble up with one hand. I was like, oh my God, you just fucking laid your nuts out on the table. And we were covering the number, but then Joseph, you decided to do your meh, I told you, meh. I was like, okay, dude, they're gonna march
It's
down
crazy to
and
me.
fucking score
wild.
so easily.
It's wild to me.
So easily.
But wasn't Penn State leading at halftime?
They were, I believe.
Yeah. Pretty sure they were up at half.
Did Ohio
up-
State
they
kick
were
a field
up
goal?
one. No,
No, it was in
they
the
were
third
up
quarter.
one because Ryan Day. Okay, yeah, so that's what I texted him.
No, that was in the third quarter.
No, it wasn't. It was they botched right before halftime.
Right.
He had 6 seconds left and ran a play as he had a timeout. He ran a play, got greedy. The clock runs out, so he doesn't get the field goal or the touchdown.
Right.
So that's 3 points right there. That's why I said I felt like I would have been lucky to get this one, but at the same time I felt robbed. If you get any points there, we cover. If you recover the fumble on the opening kickoff of the second half, you're getting guaranteed points. You'll be right there at the 20. If you recover the fumble on the 1 yard line, if you don't allow the first touchdown from Penn State to be a wide receiver screen, basically, that 2 DBs come up and hit him and he just bounces off and goes and runs 80 yards for a touchdown. The Ohio State defense was playing great. A couple breaks went their way with the batted ball, but that's a great play that got intercepted. There was multiple things that if I sent it to him, there was like so many different things that if one thing, that's probably why the feedback. You're trying to get on the Wi-Fi?
No.
It's asking. Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely were.
well, I just was, but that's not why the feedback.
Are you sending
I
text?
just tried to get on the Wi-Fi.
I know. Are you sending text?
I haven't been on the Wi-Fi.
I get that. I'm saying also, are you sending text? Because when I got one, it started doing it. So that's why I turned mine off.
Turn your phone off.
I turned it off.
What I'm saying is I
airplane
haven't
mode.
been on the Wi-Fi since we've been recording. I was just trying to get on the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no, I got that. We're on the
But
same
you
page.
said the feedback was because of.
Well, I asked you because it popped up and said, do you want to share the password? That's why I asked that.
Okay. Anyway, no.
Okay. So regardless, I felt like Penn State was a good pick, but at the same time, I felt like you got lucky.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Ohio State was covering with a minute
At
left.
the end, I mean, it wasn't really lucky that they covered.
I feel like you could look at it both.
With 3 minutes left, like you expect them to score there because the defense is going to soften up. They're not just going to give them anything deep. That's why backdoor covers are always there.
Well, yeah, that's what I was
It's
saying.
not lucky.
It's a little lucky.
It's a good pick.
Mm,
Come on, bro.
if
You
they
know
don't-
what? You do too much of the reverse jinxing, and it came to bite you in the butt.
No, it wasn't even a reverse jinx.
Oh,
As
here
I
we
said,
go.
It was a good pick.
Here we go.
It was a good pick.
Yeah, I didn't catch the end of this game.
But I mean,
But in the beginning,
It
it
was-
looked like Penn State was a good pick.
well, it
And
also
they
State was a
outgained
good
them in terms of yards.
yeah. But go look
The
at the fourth quarter.
turnovers were the biggest thing for Penn
Yeah,
State.
but the turnovers happened in the beginning, other than the last interception. Clifford had 2 turnovers in the first quarter,
Right.
and they were winning at halftime.
Correct.
What was the fourth quarter scoring? It had to be
Fourth quarter scoring, Ohio State.
No, Ohio State had a
smoked
bunch of points in the fourth quarter.
Second half was like
28.
20, yeah, 28.
So how
to
many for
7.
Penn State?
17.
Yeah, I don't know. When
Okay, so they were still trailing at halftime.
Ohio
Right.
State was down 1, right?
Yeah. Well, these box scores are.
Ohio State was down 1. They were either up 1 or down 1. It was a 1-point
they
game.
were
I'm
down
pretty sure they
1.
were down 14-13. Yeah, they were down 14-13. But yeah, I mean, and so one of the Penn State touchdowns was because Ohio State was playing prevent defense and let them march down the field. So other than they scored that within the last minute, so they gave up 10 points in the second half until it didn't matter anymore.
Correct.
They outscored them 31-10 in the second half until that last drive that was pointless.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When it was time to turn it on, Ohio State turned it the fuck on.
Yeah, but to cover, the time to turn it on is from the get-go.
Not necessarily.
They came out too slow. That's why Penn State was able to cover.
No, honestly, their play calling was super suspect. They kept trying
It
They kept trying to do shit to the edge, and they were just doing too much. They wouldn't establish the run. One of the running backs got hurt. But yeah, I mean, you're covering with 2 minutes left, and it comes down to can you?
Yeah,
hold
but that
them
was
in
the
red
only
zone.
time they were covering.
No, I get that, but it was still a dominant second half. It wasn't even close in the second half. It became apparent that Ohio State's going to win the game,
Yes.
and they were losing at halftime. So it's like if they play again, if they were playing again this week, I would still lay the points with Ohio State. I would even more lay the points with Ohio State.
Well, yeah, because they've seen them.
Yeah.
They'll come out the gate, so they'll come out the gates quicker.
I don't know.
I would too. I would take them too.
Why? But Penn State was a good pick.
It was, but they would come out of the gates quicker. They can game plan differently now that they've seen them this year.
I don't know.
That's just my opinion.
Arkansas -3.5 was my lock of the week. I said this would be the chance for Auburn to pull the trigger and fire Brian Harsin, and they did just that. Arkansas established the run. Auburn's just not good. They're just Ashford's not going to beat you. He's not going to really beat an SEC opponent. I don't know if he already has. I'll be shocked if they do. Arkansas -3.5 was easy as can be. Notre Dame +3 in the Carrier Dome against Syracuse. If I remember correctly, there was a block punt. There was a pick six on the first play. So few things went our way, but the Notre Dame defense and special teams showed up.
And the rushing attack.
Yes.
Run it all over him.
Schrader didn't play, or he got hurt. I think he got
No,
hurt.
he played. He got hurt, though.
Early, though, right? I think it was the first half he got hurt.
I don't know. I think it was in the second half, but he's the one that threw the opening pick six.
Yeah. So I go 5-2, and we finally can bounce back and hit a lock in college. So one of our better weeks of the year. If we wouldn't have ended it with Kentucky, we'd have been sitting really, really nice, and we nearly got Ohio State, even if we maybe shouldn't have. All right, I don't know why Bam's trying to fucking.
I had
FaceTime
5
me.
picks and all won all of them.
That's an odd way to say it.
But I was trying to say was none of them were even close to losing.
Really?
There was they were all no doubters.
Mm-hmm.
That Arkansas, was that a blowout?
Yeah.
Really?
Notre Dame was a blowout, 41-24. Arkansas 41-27. Minnesota 31-0. Iowa 33-13.
The block punt with Notre Dame is what secured it. I felt like, actually, there was a moment where Syracuse had a lot of momentum, and then it was the pick. Notre Dame got a big interception, and then the block punt secured it and put it out of reach late in the fourth or middle of the fourth quarter. But yeah, nothing was ever really.
Yeah, I mean, Notre
In
Dame was
doubt.
underdogs and never trailed. Coastal was underdogs and never trailed. And then the other favorites, they won easily.
Yeah. Joseph, you went 2-1. You were on Washington State. You were on Penn State. Got lucky there. And then you had Wake Forest
You
minus.
just have to, huh?
Wake Forest -4.5. So you said that you felt like Sam Hartman didn't really play that bad.
No, I didn't say that.
What'd you say then? That's what you alluded to.
I guess I shouldn't have said it's not as bad as it looks because
It
I was
looks-
so wrong about that stupid ass coming up shit, whatever you call that, the RPO
yeah,
where it comes up to the offensive line. That bit him in the ass.
yeah, the real delayed.
He got strip sacked at least 3 or 4 times in the third quarter.
Well, I sent it to you.
He had no time. His best offensive lineman, his left tackle, went out.
The second half, their drives resulted in
6 turnovers.
offensive drives for Wake Forest. Pick six, fumble, interception, fumble, 3-and-out punt, pick six, fumble, interception, meaningless touchdown.
Yep.
That's about as bad as it gets. And I told you that Hartman has these games, and you said he hasn't had one yet. He hasn't had one yet.
He hasn't.
Well, now he has.
Well, I've only been betting this year. That's why I picked him.
I tried to tell you, though, that Hartman has these games.
Well, maybe you should tell me before the podcast so I can change my mind.
Well, I told you on it, and then you said he hasn't had
Yeah, I'm
one
not
yet.
gonna
But that
switch
should have led you
mid-podcast.
to.
Come on.
Yeah, and you shouldn't.
real.
You shouldn't. But right when you said that he hasn't had one yet, in the back of your mind, you should have been like, "But is he about to?"
Dude, I'll tell you what, that Louisville crowd showed up too. They were rocking in there when I was watching it.
Or they
Dude, they were loud. I was impressed.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot they played. Yeah, they played Louisville.
They played
That was the
good.
one where I was considering. That's why I was like, it says you should take Louisville with the points, but
Oh, man, they just destroyed them.
Yeah, no, that was a fishy line, though.
yeah.
Bad pick.
All right, so we will look ahead to a stacked. I know, damn it, I'm on top of everything over here.
Oh, really? You said you should remember it. Good luck remembering it.
What do you mean?
You got to write it down to remember it.
No shit, that's what I'm doing.
God.
We got requested to timestamp these picks for a couple people, so we will, in fact, do that. But all right, Episode 131. We're looking at fucking week 10. I'm so all out of sorts because I just restarted the podcast in my head because I'm trying to write down this fucking number as it's ticking. All right.
No, it's been crazy to start.
Episode. I'm doing it again. I'm having a stroke. All right. NCAA week 10. We look ahead to, I would say, the best week of the year. I think it goes without saying. You got Tennessee and Georgia. You got LSU and Bama in Tiger Stadium. I currently have 6 plays. I'm open to adding a couple, but
Yeah, I am too.
how many do y'all have?
I have 4 right now. I have 5, but I ended up straying away from one of them, a Friday night game.
Okay.
But-
How many do you have?
4.
All right. Yeah, Justin's out with food poisoning and didn't give any picks, so take that for what it's worth. All right, my first one. So does anybody have midweek?
I don't.
I got one.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. And there's games going on currently, and the fucking World Series is on. Oh, baby. The Phillies are up 2-0. We got to hurry this up. Okay, sorry. All right, I'm locking back in. I'm fucking spiraling. Do you have anything on Wednesday?
Me?
Yes.
Mm-mm.
No?
No. Just Friday.
All right, I do have, maybe not. Okay.
What's the matter?
I was looking at Central Michigan and Northern Illinois. So I was looking at Central Michigan +4. It's now 6. Why? What came out?
I don't know.
Is it? I think so. Lou Nichols was expected to come back and play. Has it been confirmed that he is out? Perhaps.
I mean, when I was looking at this game, it was just surprising to me that Central Michigan's record is as bad as it is.
Yeah. Fuck.
But I also haven't been following close enough to understand why.
Shit. All right. Yeah, I was fucking busy today. So I'm leaning Central Michigan. But now I'm questioning why it went to 6 in less than 24 hours, if that. Does anybody know anything that I should know?
No.
Somebody must be betting on
Something
on 'em.
fucking-
That's what.
Yeah, but 2 points that quick? Honestly, it was 4, I say 24 hours. It was 4, 3 hours ago.
The game's tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah, if somebody's putting big money, then
Right.
yeah, it will move a lot.
I guess. All right, I'm still going to take Central Michigan then.
+6.
I guess, yeah. I'm trying to see real quick. Jesus, I could be making a fucking horrible, horrible mistake. There ain't no fucking way. Something's.
It's good. It's a smaller game, so it's not.
No, I know. All right. Yeah, I'm going to take Central Michigan. And the reason being, I feel like you just said, it's weird looking at their record. Central Michigan still coached by Jim McElwain, unless maybe he just got fired and that's why it's moving. Lou Nichols III has missed the last 2 games with an injury. He was probable last week but didn't go. I'd assume we see him back on the field, and when he is on the field, he's one of the best running backs in football, let alone in the MAC. I like Daniel Richardson, redshirt sophomore quarterback. He has the ability. He doesn't run, but he has the ability to extend plays, find people downfield. I'm going to take the team getting points in this one. It's as simple as that for me. I think the Chippewas can pound away. I'm banking on Lou Nichols coming back. That was the basis of my pick. I just looked to confirm if perhaps he was ruled out, and maybe that's why the line moved even more in favor of Northern Illinois. I don't see anything. I'll go ahead and take the Chippewas +6 on Wednesday night. I can't pass up Wednesday night football, and for what it's worth, although I don't sound very confident clearly, I do very well betting Wednesday football. All right, Joseph, what is yours? You said Thursday or Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
Okay. What do you have? What game is it?
It is Duke and Boston College.
Oh, I think I might have a Friday game too. Oh,
You want me to give it?
Really? I was almost on this game. So, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Hopefully it's not like one of those games where it's like I should learn my lesson from this Wake Forest and Louisville, because it feels like this line isn't big enough with Duke at -9.5, but I'm still going with Duke -9.5. Boston College sucks. They just lost 13-3 against UConn, which is what makes me think this is so fishy. So I really hope I'm not going to learn my lesson here, but Riley Leonard moves the ball.
He
down
does.
the field
I like
easily.
Duke a lot, but I nearly took Boston College in this one.
This
Because
is
of
the
what I
game
said?
that I strayed away from, but I was gonna pick Boston College. They beat.
I really was so close, and I like Duke a lot. I feel like Duke's been kind of riding the coattails of their turnover margin. Jerkovich came in. I don't know. I don't.
Coming off a hard-fought loss against UNC, who's a really good football team, beat Miami
9.5.
pretty
They
easily.
are playing well, but
They're playing really well.
frickin' Boston College is 1-7 against the spread. They're like the
Yeah.
worst.
Why
in
is
the
it
country.
9.5? Exactly, you're right.
And then
This is just,
their only win against the spread was an outright win against Louisville.
yeah.
Right, 34-33.
Jerkovich, they had high expectations for him coming in this season. He has not
No, not even
exceeded or
close.
even touched any of them.
Is this one of those where I make the decision
And
right
then their
now to
defense,
switch?
their Boston College's defense is what's going to keep them in this game.
Yeah,
So.
I'm switching. Give me Boston College plus 9.5.
Because Duke wants to run the ball too. Riley Leonard is good, and they can push the ball down the field. But you're complete 180ing.
Yes, give me Boston College plus 9.5.
Which day is this?
This is Friday.
All right, give me Boston College plus 9.5.
Give me Boston College plus 9.5. That's how you yeah. That's how you work together to.
Great analysis, guys.
That's how you find your way to a pick. If it touches 10, even better. But currently, we will take it. Boston College plus 9.5. I have a Thursday game.
Okay.
I'm surprised you're not on it. I feel like we're always on it.
Okay, go ahead.
App State and Coastal. You're not touching it.
Let me hear what you have to say first.
All right. With that being said, so I got it at 2.5. It's currently looks like it might be at 3. I'm sure you can fish around and find 2.5. It's a Coastal Carolina team that is struggling to stop the run this year, although 323 yards allowed by Old Dominion in a rout inflates that number a little bit. App State took this one 30-27 last year. Both of these defenses have their fair shares of struggling when it comes to getting off the field on third down. I'm just going to give the edge. I give the edge a little bit to App State here. I really like Cameron Peoples at running back, and Chase Bryce is just playing well. So I feel like Coastal's defense is the difference for me in this one. I feel like App State's defense has a better chance of holding up. I feel like it's going to be back and forth. There's going to be a lot of points scored, but I trust App State's defense to find their way off of the field more than I do Coastal's. So with a small number at 2.5 is what I have it at, I'm going to take App State. I don't have a strong, it ain't my lock, but this is a Coastal team that I feel like hasn't played the strongest of competition and I feel like they've underperformed as compared to expectations, at least Vegas expectations.
Yeah, this was a game I was looking at,
The
looking
loss to Old
ahead.
Dominion. It's like, what the fuck?
Because at the end of Saturday, I go, bam, I'm looking at Week 9 matchups, and I'm like waiting for the spreads to come out the next day. And this one came out at 1.5, so people jumped all over App State.
You lean Coastal?
No,
Okay.
I was going to bet App State, but once it moved so much, it's like, I don't know.
I still 3 or less. That's what I'll take it at 2.5.
If I can get it at 2.5, I'd probably take it.
Yeah, I got it today at 2.5.
Okay. Well, then I'll take App State at 2.5.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like they sleptwalk at the beginning of the Georgia State game, and then it was just like.
This is probably this is something I noticed last week because I bet Coastal against Marshall, and Coastal got out to 21-0, and then I don't think they scored another touchdown.
Mm-hmm. No, the offense has been stalling out, and it
The
hasn't been
defense
as
played
crisp.
okay, but it seemed like it could have been if Marshall just could execute a little bit better, then they probably would have been able to come back and make it make a serious chance at winning. But
And App State's a 10 times more formidable threat on offense than Marshall is.
yeah, I think what will probably happen is that Coastal will end up getting worn down in this one, and then App State will probably take over on the ground.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because I understand. That's why I put in there. I understand 323 yards from Old Dominion rushing the football inflates the number a little bit, but this is a team that's struggling to stop the run. So App State's going to get in short yardage situations, and then they're going to be able to pick it up on the ground, which we saw against Georgia State. That's the only way they're going to attempt to pick up third downs, apparently. But Chase Bryce is capable. Coastal being 7-1 and App State being 5-3. Like, this should be both of these teams like 7-1. But the fact that App State is 5-3, I like them even more. So yeah, give me what are they, the Mountaineers?
Yeah.
And so yeah, okay, you're taking them as well. All right. All right. So now there you go. We've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I had to work my way to the Friday game, but I think my record's 12-3 midweek college football, maybe 11-3. I got to go back and look. I might have added one. All right, Saturday. Who wants it first?
I'll go because I have the first game. Air Force -7 at Army. This game, it's not at Army actually. Air Force -7 versus Army. The game's being played in Arlington, Texas.
At Jerry World?
I imagine.
Is this the one at 10:30?
Yes. What?
It's weird.
It's 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
It's weird.
No, this is at Choctaw Stadium. No idea, but it is in Arlington.
I guess it doesn't have a roof.
There's weather in the forecast?
I don't know. 15% chance of rain that day.
Wait, what do you mean by it doesn't have a roof? I thought you were like alluding to.
Well,
I thought you were saying that like alluding to like.
I remember seeing that it was at Choctaw now, but when you said Jerry's World, then I thought about a roof.
Does it have something to do with your pick?
I'll just go ahead and say it. I'm on the over 39.5.
Okay. All right.
But the rain kind of would concern you a little bit. But I mean, maybe it could play either way though, because it just these teams, the transferring of the ball, handoff or keep, and then the pitch. A wet ball can mean more fumbles. If you fumble it in opponent territory, or in your own territory, it's better for the over.
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa, it's not. But for the first and second ranked rushing offenses in the country. The interesting thing here is that the rush defenses in this matchup aren't as strong as they usually are, especially Army, who's surrendering over 200 yards per game on the ground. I think both of these offenses are capable of creating explosive plays. I think Army will have to try to go into the bag of tricks a little bit to try to keep this one close. So I'm going to go with the over 39.5.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not on it. All right, my next one brings me to Georgia and Tennessee. Do you have a side on this one?
No.
Okay. I really want to take Georgia with the points. Everyone is on Tennessee. Everyone. Literally everybody. But I'm not. I'm going to take the over 65.5. I feel like it's undeniable what Tennessee's able to do on offense. I feel like this is... So it does worry me a little bit because Tennessee has shown the ability to get after the quarterback, and Stetson Bennett has shown the ability to struggle a little bit this year. I don't think Tennessee will have an answer for Brock Bowers at all. I feel like Georgia will be the one to test this Tennessee secondary downfield, what Kentucky refused to do. And the Georgia defense is very good, but it's not as good. I feel like Tennessee's going to put up points in this one. I feel like Georgia, at an 8.5-point spread, they're going to also have to put up points. I think they'll be able to put up points. I'm going to take the over 65.5. It's not a good Tennessee secondary. It is a good Tennessee pass rush. If Georgia's offensive line can hold up, I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this one, I think. So I'll take the over 65.5.
Yeah, I would lean Tennessee in this one.
It does seem
I wouldn't be surprised if they won.
Yeah, I mean...
But then again, I'm not betting it for a reason.
It's just one of
those... Because I'm not following... I think Tennessee's just their offense.
I think it is reminiscent to 2019 LSU, where a lot of people paid the price for consistently expecting them to falter in can they keep doing what they're doing type of thing. And that's why I'm not taking Georgia, is because I feel like, one, we saw firsthand 2019 LSU, which this is not the same team. This is not that team couldn't hold. Tennessee couldn't hold 2019 LSU's jockstrap. But with that being said, it is undeniable what they're able to do on the offensive side of the ball. Hendon Hooker, I mean, has got to be in the conversation for Heisman, especially if they win.
In my eyes, he's the front runner.
If they win this game,
I don't think Stroud does enough in the big games.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It was their defense that ended up really winning that game for them.
No, yeah, I agree. That's why I've tweeted out he's not. You can't mention him in the same breath as Bryce Young. You just can't. But yeah, Hendon Hooker realistically probably should be the front runner. So, and if he wins this game, then he will be.
Yeah,
he will be.
Yeah, you could give it to him.
He could potentially find himself like, could he pull a Joe Burrow, win the Heisman Trophy, and go number one?
I don't know. This class is
Why not, though? Because Tua was the consensus. It seemed like Tua was going to be the number one. And then Tua got hurt, I understand, but Joe Burrow wasn't even looked at as a first-round quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of similar, but
it's eerily similar. The defense, they just don't have the talent we had on defense. Understand the defense was
Joe Burrow just had, at this point in the year, though, Joe Burrow had so many touchdowns.
Yeah.
Many more than
Jamar
Hooker.
Chase by himself had like 23.
Yeah.
So, and then Justin Jefferson had 5 in the first half against Oklahoma. So.
No, they both had 20 touchdowns that year. Joe Burrow accounted for 60 touchdowns in 2019.
Yeah. I still feel like, though, it's like if he beats Bama and then goes on the road and beats Georgia, he only has 1 interception. He's got, 25 touchdowns and 1 pick? So you still have, less than half the year, but he could find it. I mean, he's on pace for fucking 45 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Probably not going to end up with that. But if he does, it's like, I mean, I don't know. He goes top 5, I would think. Somebody's taking him early.
It's just the talent that's there. I think if Tua may have not, if he wouldn't have gotten hurt, I think he still might have gone number 1.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
And then Herbert really didn't have that good of a senior year when Cristobal.
I think Cristobal held him back.
Yeah, no doubt.
In hindsight, like being able to see what he's capable of doing now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like minimally he's got to go top 10 then. I feel like he's got to go top 10 if he's able to continue what he's doing. But yeah, for that reason, I'm going to stay away from taking Georgia with the points. But it's just one of those where so many people are on Tennessee. Like everywhere I look, everyone's on Tennessee.
Yeah, and you expect it.
The 8.5, and it's like, but it does feel like, is Georgia going to be able to stop Tennessee two possessions in a row and score on those possessions?
I think the key is like that. Tennessee's rush defense is also really good.
Yeah.
So that accompanied with the pass rush, it helps that their secondary. It helps the secondary, which is below average.
It's covering up a weakness, in the back end. Yeah, I don't know. We will see. Because Stetson Bennett.
But, I mean, a lot of people were saying the same thing about LSU, that LSU, the defense at the end would be what failed them.
Yeah, and it didn't. Yeah. And if anything.
It's just when you have that offense that can just score like that, it's like that is your defense almost. Well, you put the opponent into whoever they're playing is always fucking throwing.
Every drive. Yeah.
So they're going to surrender passing yards because
it makes it to where you can't afford to have a 3 and out.
Right.
Because, okay, they scored. We go 3 and out. They just scored again. It's like, okay, now we're fucked. Now whatever game plan we had is out the window. Now we got to air it out. We got to really push the ball downfield. So, yeah, it
I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on it and see what the line does, but probably going to end up staying away from it at the end, but we never know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, these big games, I have a hard time not betting them, too, because I want to have a vested interest. But are you on LSU Bama?
No.
No? Are you?
If I'm going to be here watching it with you guys fucking drinking, I'm definitely on it. There's no way I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably not the best way, but I'm also doing it. So,
yeah.
All right, which side are you on?
I'm on a point total.
As
I'm on under again.
I'm on
You're
the
on the over.
I am.
Well,
actually, I'm not. This is the one. that I have not placed yet, but I very much lean over. Yeah.
Well, my reasoning is obviously, and this is usually always one of my reasoning is the crowd. I think it could be a factor here in the nighttime at in Death Valley, and even after giving up 52 to Tennessee, Bama's still on the year only averaging only giving up defensively 16 points per game.
Yeah, they have one of the top third down defenses as well.
Yes, and I think LSU's defense will play enough behind that home crowd. Maybe not to keep them in the game, but I think it's enough to keep them under the number.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I just briefly noticed this doing my research for my other games. Both of these teams are like near the top in the top 25 of passing touchdowns surrendered this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think neither team surrendered more than 8 passing touchdowns.
Well, Bama's secondary has been suspect this year.
Yeah, and that was like 5 or 6 to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right. And look what Tennessee did to us. So I think that's a legit.
It wasn't any more than 10 for sure.
Yeah.
So what would you lean under?
I mean, if LSU, I don't know. That's why I'm just staying
It's
away because of
tough.
what I hope. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
and that's
it's
what-
in
yeah.
the sense these two big games like this, Georgia and Tennessee is number 1 versus number 2. It's like,
There was just
and kind of in my head, I'm hoping that it's close. So it's like I want to take the underdog getting 8.5 points,
yeah.
but that's why I just need to think about it longer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
And then
want to
in
let
the over, I think the over is like kind of the public play here for the LSU game.
Yeah.
with LSU's offense getting hot,
Yeah.
Daniel's looking good. I just think that
No, I
Bama's
get
defense
it.
Can
I get it, but it's so they're favored by 13.
correct.
So
Is it 13 flat?
it's been coming down drastically.
Yeah.
It
I was
was
seeing 13.5
That's what
earlier.
I saw.
it was 14 and a half last week, and that's when I wanted to take it.
Oh yeah.
What?
Nothing. Bob Arnold finally responded to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just tweeted at us and said, I don't see the podcast. Y'all have picks tonight. We're doing it right now, Mr. Bob. Stay away from Tuesday night action.
Yeah, so I'm going under 58.5 here. LSU Bama.
So
And the
now-
number's not really that high, though.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
I see 58 and a
Is it?
half. It's
Yeah.
probably lower now. If I had to guess. Fuck, I'm going to be so mad at you if I might switch because it's like I know that overs are more of like,
The popular.
well, yes, but I rarely take overs too. And I'm like, I potentially have two. Fuck it. I'll switch. Fuck.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just switch. Don't think about it.
What are you going to do if it doesn't hit?
What do you mean?
It's going to be your fault.
Are
Why
you
would it
gonna
be my
reimburse
fault?
them?
It's going to be your fault, if anything, for switching. You should reimburse me if it doesn't hit.
What are we at? 58 and a half?
58.5.
Whatever. Yeah.
I might end up taking LSU, but I'm going to wait.
I want to, but then I'm like,
I think
I'm
this
mad.
line can move again. I think some people
Better.
could.
You think more money's going to come in on Bama?
It might go to 14.
Yeah. Well, it was 14 and a half when I sent it to you last week.
Yeah, but 2 weeks ago, before
17.
it was 17,
Yeah.
17 and a half. It was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's always going to change.
And it's
in
like,
2 weeks.
is Daniels going to be able to get away from?
I mean, historically, Alabama has kind of struggled a little bit against mobile quarterbacks. And
Yeah.
he's like
Saban's going to game plan.
the
for
best
that.
running quarterback in the country, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
is.
mean, he really is.
Yeah.
And he's playing his best football of his career right now.
Yep.
Yeah, 11 touchdowns in the past 2 games.
And that's where I'm like, and we have guys at receiver. So if
Yeah.
you're trusting the guys more now, and I understand like the stats with Bama's defense and all that, but maybe it's just sticking in my head from Tennessee, which you can't carry that over really because Tennessee's in a different class. But watching the Bama secondary against Texas, like I feel like they're susceptible. So
I think the score last year was 20-14 or 20-13.
yeah.
And Alabama to me was better last year. LSU was way worse last year than
Yeah.
they are this year. I don't know if they had all their guys that game, Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do also feel like we can put points on the board.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
LSU's offense has just been a little bit too inconsistent for me to think that we're going to come out and hang 40 on them.
Yeah, but against the best competition, they're playing their best. So
yeah, they played very well. But that's what kind of makes me
Florida on the
lean
road
under.
and then Ole Miss. Yeah, I don't know. I'll take the under. We'll see what happens. I feel like I got to have something on it, but all right, what do you have for Saturday? I have one more and then my lock.
Same.
South Carolina -7 at Vanderbilt. South Carolina's offense is really bad this year with Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler.
7.
They really depend on their defense to keep them in games, but even the defense has struggled against the run this year, giving up 4.2 yards per carry. Vanderbilt's defense sucks. It's the worst in the SEC, but I don't know how good I think South Carolina's offense just might not be good enough to run away with this one. I think Vanderbilt's offense just may be good enough to keep it close, but they'll have to lean on the run here and try to exploit that weakness that I think South Carolina's defense has to stay ahead of the chain. So I'm going to go ahead and take Vanderbilt at home +7.
Okay. How many more do you have before you lock?
Me?
Yeah.
Just one more and then I'll lock.
Okay. Me as well. What about you?
One more.
And then your lock?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, night game, Cal, USC. Obviously, I know Cal very well. Are you on this as well?
No.
Oh, you tapped your paper. I've gotten a good look at Cal. USC's back home after a two-game road stretch where they went 1-1. Utah with a brutal loss. This is a USC team that doesn't look as dominant as it has in the beginning of the year. We just saw Cal get beat up by Oregon. They were 4 of 15 on third down, contrary to Jack Plummer's ability to move the chains. As I said, I don't like Plummer, and I think Cal will be outclassed in this one. Even with a spotty USC defense, they still lead the nation in turnover margin. Jack Plummer will give you an opportunity to take the ball away. I'm taking USC -21. I think they come back, and this is I like this spot for USC, and I don't like Cal. So USC back home. Safe to say that the road trip didn't go the way they were hoping. One loss. If a couple teams lose and then they go on a dominant stretch and win the Pac-12, do they find their way into the playoff? I doubt it, but I'm sure they feel like they potentially have a chance. I'll take USC -21.
Okay, Joseph, you go. I need to look into some for a second.
All right. My next pick is going to be Utah and Arizona over 67.5.
Okay, is Cam Rising?
Cam
back?
Rising. My first point I'm going to make is Rising status right now is still unknown. But I'm expecting him to play here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ride with this. I'm going with the over because you just look at both these teams offensively. Utah averaging 38.5 points per game, and Arizona averaging 38. I know you don't just go off those numbers alone. What you got?
The Phillies are up 4-0.
Nice. What inning?
The top of the third.
Damn.
Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, you good?
But we're fucking the
The
city
bats
of
are
Houston
rolling, huh?
right now.
Early. I've been noticing the Phillies.
Harper, 2-run home run. Boom. Put a ball over the fence. And then Marsh, we're getting, what did I say? You
Marsh,
got to
you gotta
get
have the
hits
bottom of
out
the
of the
lineup.
bottom of the order.
Yep.
All right. Continue.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, 22-1 odds.
Utah, I think they'll score the ball with ease. You look at Arizona this year; they're giving up a lot of points. As I said, 38 points per game. No, I said they're scoring 38 points per game, but they're also giving up. What is it? Yeah, they're also giving up 38 points per game as well. This just has overwritten all over it for me. Jaden Delora can sling the ball as well. He's averaging 340 passing yards per game this year. Utah's defense can play a little ball, but I think Delora can move it enough and put up about 24 to 25 points, which is what I think I'll need to hit the over here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have an opinion on it. I would say it's strange to me that Rising didn't play, but it's
Last
also
minute.
strange to me. I feel like they knew. but they just kept it under wraps. They knew the whole time. They had to know.
I would have thought that something may have came up last minute. And
No, I highly
couldn't
doubt it.
play.
He was in street clothes. I feel like they knew. They had to know, and that worries me going forward. It's also you're not going to know. Clearly, they're going to play it close to the vest, and you won't know till kickoff.
Well,
so,
I'd still, even with the backup, think that this overhits.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Washington State's defense is much better than Arizona. Arizona has one of the bottom defenses in college football.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not disputing it by any means. All right. What is your
Okay.
Saturday pick before you lock?
James Madison at Louisville. Louisville 7.5-point favorites, and I'm gonna
Letdown spot.
Don't do this.
go and roll with James Madison here. I've been waiting for a spot for them to bet on them this year. I think this is a good one.
They were playing really well earlier in the year, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. They have the number 1 rush defense in the nation, 55.6 yards per game. They only allow
rush defense. I thought you said offense. I was like, what?
0.85 yards per rush.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like just from an outside perspective, I haven't looked into this at all. I feel like Louisville's very inconsistent, and they just got a huge
That's how I feel. Every year, though, it happens with them where it looks like, they might
Figure it
kind
out.
of be okay, and then bam.
Yeah.
I think this is a big letdown spot for him. Louisville coming off against a big win against Wake Forest was ranked number 10 at the time.
Demolished
team
them.
in the
Demolished
So I'm
them.
going with the 4th president, James Madison, plus 7.5.
Is that what you had to Google, which president he was?
And then like the other thing it says, like it's like suggestion what other people would also search for. It says, was James Madison a good president?
Yeah, people wonder that. Thomas Jefferson.
I know, but they wonder,
Thomas
it's a
Jefferson.
weird thing to search.
Google Thomas Jefferson, and you're gonna find some shit that you don't.
Yeah,
wanna
but
see.
Google's putting bullshit out there, and everybody knows it.
Yeah, but Thomas Jefferson, it has factually been proven that he did some things that you don't want to find out.
Oh,
about.
he wrote the Declaration of Independence.
He also, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about, but there's some people that say that that's not true. Like there's conflicting sources on that.
That's a big.
But people say crazy shit like that all the time. It's like, how would they actually? How is it?
Well,
You can go ahead and even say it. No one's gonna get mad.
Well, that he had. We'll just move
Table
on.
that.
We'll move on to the locks. I didn't recap the records, but before we do our locks of the week, like I said, I went 5-2. That brings me to 38, 37-3. Finally above 500. Been treading water like I'm in Castaway, but we're here now. So the ceiling is the roof, like Michael Jordan said. 4-5-1 in my locks of the week. Nick swept the board 5-0, 39-21-3. That's probably 65%.
Yeah,
If my rough math is correct.
it's exactly 65%.
Is it?
Yeah.
8-1-1 in his locks of the week. And then Joseph went 2-1. He sits at 15-22-1, 5-5 in his locks of the week. Justin went 1-2. He sits at 22-27, 6-5 in his locks of the week. He did hit on Arkansas, which was also my lock of the week. So we will go ahead and look ahead to the locks of the week. I'll let you go first again.
All right. Texas minus 2.5 at 13 ranked Kansas State. Kansas State coming off a huge 48-0 win against Oklahoma State. The Wildcats are riding high, but watch out because Texas is coming off of a bye. You look at the games Kansas State has lost. Against Tulane, they gave up 160 yards on the ground. Against TCU, they give up 215 yards on the ground, and they allowed TCU to run it 56 times. Against Oklahoma, a game Kansas State won, it surrendered 220 yards on the ground, 6.5 yards per carry. Texas rushing attack is better than all three of those teams I just mentioned. Texas lost a big lead last time they played against Oklahoma State. This was a game where Texas was penalized 14 times for 119 yards. Oklahoma State wasn't penalized at all in that game. Quinn Ewers has to play better. Texas is the better team in terms of yards per play and yards per play allowed. They're the better team at finishing drives in the red zone, and they're better at defending the red zone. I like Texas to bounce back here. I think they finally get it together. I'm taking Texas minus 2.5.
Okay. Alrighty. My lock of the week, we're looking at Clemson and Notre Dame. I'll just come right out and say it. I am on the under. I got this at 47.5. I saw 46.5 today. It's dropping fast. Get it as soon as you can. I'm taking the under. I'll take 46.5, even though I got 47.5. Wind is expected to be nearly 20 miles an hour in this one. You know what they say about wind? It's hard to score when there's wind. Why do people think Notre Dame can win this game? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
A lot of people seem to think they can, and so that makes me like the under even more.
Well, this thing got bet down to like 3 and then 2.5, and then bam, bounced back to 4. So somebody
Was waiting. And
jumped on that
pounced.
shit. Probably a few people, few big bettors must have jumped on that when it touched 2.5, 3 points.
Yeah, I'm going to take a stab at the under. Notre Dame just dropped 41 on Syracuse, as we just saw and talked about, but that number's deceiving. First play pick 6 and a block punt. Gave them another touchdown. It gave them, I don't know what yard line, but they got it like inside the 10. They scored very shortly after. It made up for a poor performance from Drew Pine. Drew Pine's not good. How do they expect to go in and put up points on Clemson? So if there's bettors out there that may know more than I do and they think Notre Dame is going to be inside this number, I would assume we're expecting a defensive performance. I think we'll see a defensive performance. Clemson struggling offensively. They went to Klubnik last time out, if I remember correctly, and he did not do very well. They have a great defense. Drew Pine's a really bad quarterback, and for Notre Dame to have even a semblance of a chance, their defense is going to have to play their best game of the year. 20-mile-an-hour winds on top of that. I'm taking the under 46.5 as my lock of the week. Notre Dame is top 20 in time of possession. They're going to try to run the ball. They're going to try to take the air out of the football. Give me the under, 46.5. What are your thoughts?
I think that's probably a good bet.
It is a low number, but
I think Clemson is going to win big here, and that Notre Dame probably won't score much.
yeah, I'm hoping I don't think Notre Dame's going to score much at all, which is why I'm very surprised. I really wanted to take Clemson with the points as well, but I'm surprised the faith that some people have in Notre Dame. But I would assume if they're going to have even a remotely of a chance, it's like their defense.
I think a lot of people still don't believe in Clemson. It's just the matchup here is
their defense
such
is
a bad
so
one for
damn
Notre
good,
Dame.
though. Clemson's defense.
I don't think Notre Dame's going to have too much success running it. Not enough to keep it really close.
Well, Pine can't hit wide open receivers.
Yeah, and then you have a 4-point spread. It's like
Yeah,
I almost took Clemson here.
I might add Clemson.
I'm
be
waiting
honest.
to see if he'll come back down.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's my under 46.5 lock of the week. Joseph, what is your lock?
My lock of the week is what Nick just touched on: Texas and Kansas State over 54.5.
It wasn't yours. It was that. Are you on the same pick as Nick?
No, he's on Texas minus 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Correct? 2.5.
Yes, or might have been 2. What was it?
2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what he said, I think coming off a bye here that Texas gets it going offensively, and I think that we're kind of overreacting here with Kansas State and how they shut them. Like, their defense is good, clearly. They just shut out Oklahoma State and Spencer Sanders, but I believe it's a little bit of an overreaction, and Texas's offense is too good to not put up points here. Ewers, Bijan's going to be running the ball all over them. And Kansas State can score themselves, whether it's Martinez or Howard, because Martinez is I don't know if he's a game-time decision, but it's still unclear right now whether he's playing or not.
So, just my thoughts. I'm not on it. I haven't looked into it, but from an outside perspective, it's like two teams that I feel like are going to try to establish the run now.
Yeah, but I think Texas, they have the better quarterback.
Yeah.
The reason why I was on Texas mainly was because I think that to beat Texas, you kind of have to throw the ball.
Uh-huh.
The only team that really had a good amount of success running it against them so far was Alabama.
Yeah.
They didn't go over 200 yards, but they averaged over 6 yards per carry. So that was a big reason why I was taking Texas here. I don't know how much that the quarterbacks are going to be able to take advantage.
You're
here.
confident in Texas' ability to stop the run then, obviously?
Yeah, to stop the run, and then, just betting on Kansas State's quarterbacks to get it done through there. I know Howard, he did well throwing it last week, 4 passing touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I didn't even look at it. It didn't catch.
What's the
my
number
eye.
again?
54.5.
Okay.
again.
And you're
I know.
going over?
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty low, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I think it's that low because of what Kansas State did last week and shutting out Oklahoma State. I think
that was
wild.
wild.
It's wild. I think it's a little bit of an overreaction.
To lose like that, Justin was on Oklahoma State. To lose like that, I did not see that coming.
I can see a lot of
Yeah, I
people
remember us
taking the under
talking
here.
about it.
I think we said we liked Kansas State.
Yeah, Oklahoma
did.
State's beat up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's why we took them against Texas.
Last week was my week to fucking capitalize, and I didn't. I said I liked Kansas State. I said I liked UCLA, and I said I liked Louisville.
Mhm.
Didn't take any of those three. If I would have added those three, we could have really.
What
been
happened,
cooking.
real quick? What happened with the UCLA game?
They covered. I was keeping an eye on it. That's
Oh, yeah.
all I know. They covered.
Oh yeah, you didn't end up taking that.
No, they were 17-point favorites. I wanted to. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure they were 17-point favorites. All right. We'll do a quick little recap. I'm just going in order that I have it written down. USC minus 21. Central Michigan tomorrow. Central Michigan plus 6. God help us on that one. App State minus 2.5. Boston College plus 9.5. Tennessee and Georgia over 65.5. The old switcheroo on the LSU Bama game. I'm taking the under 58.5. And my lock of the week, Clemson Notre Dame under 46.5.
Okay, App State minus 2.5, Boston College plus 9.5, Army Air Force over 39.5, Texas minus 2.5. That's my lock. Vanderbilt plus 7, James Madison plus 7. This is something I didn't get to mention. It's what I was looking up. The quarterback for James Madison didn't play against Marshall. Strained oblique, but he didn't play that week. They had a bye. I haven't been able to see if he's going yet, but I'm kind of banking that he is.
Strained, yeah, it should be, yeah.
Yeah, a strained oblique. It was a game time flip. Like, I guess he just wasn't good warming up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a serious injury.
Nothing's torn. He just aggravated.
I'm guessing he's back, but that was something that I had to look up real quick.
Okay. Joseph, go ahead.
Friday, 6 o'clock, I'm doing a flip as well. Boston College plus 9.5. And then Saturday, 6 p.m., LSU Bama under 58.5. 6:30, I'm going Utah, Arizona over 67.5. And my lock of the week is Texas, Kansas State over 54.5.
All right, there you go. That is our picks for the college football slate of games. I would deem this as probably one of the best weeks of the year. LSU, Bama, like I said, Georgia, Tennessee, a 1 versus 3. I would say a subpar start to the podcast. I was fucking scattered all over. But when we go, of the 3 people sitting at the table, when we go 12-3, I feel like we have some leeway there. I feel like I said, if you're not listening at this point, I tell everybody on BetSperts, if you're not listening at this point, you're just leaving free money on the table. I don't know what more we got to do. I've always said, if you want to say thank you, thank us by telling somebody about the podcast. Thank us by hitting subscribe if you want to. If you don't, go fuck yourself. All right, NFL. Your first week under the number, under the threshold.
Yeah. That was some bullshit, huh?
Well, you backed Brady. Thursday night, Ravens, Buccaneers. I even going into this one, I had the coldest of cold feet. The spot called for the Bucs. The Bucs offense is just bad. Brady sucks. It wasn't even. I mean, it was a lot of just
he doesn't
him.
suck. The whole damn the offensive line's bad.
They do, but he sucks.
The defense. Let's forget about why this game even happened.
There's a shitload.
What
of
the hell is wrong with Devin White?
Oh my God, I know.
Not only the not chasing guys, but the getting fucking pancake blocked 20 yards downfield on multiple different occasions.
Yeah. Well, then there was one. Warren Sapp was highlighting it. There was one. The running back is going off. I don't know who it was. Could have been Edwards. I don't fucking know. Going off the left side. So Devin White is here. Levante David is the far linebacker compared to where the ball is. So Devin White, it's like go basically set the edge in a sense, but it was already going downfield. But he's running to go meet the running back and then just stops and then gets blocked, takes out Levante David in the process. Where it's like if you just bolt to the sideline, essentially, he's going to work his way back in, and Levante David's right there on the inside to make the tackle. I don't know what he's doing. He looks like shit. And
that was the worst.
And he was
that was the worst
all that
performance I've ever seen out of any linebacker.
So many people have said
in the
that
history
too.
of me watching any football.
No, yeah, he got Warren Sapp said, "Take the C off his fucking chest." Like, and it's so funny because it's like, oh yeah, we get bored back there. It's like, oh, you get bored, y'all suck dick. Y'all suck dick.
You got dominated.
He
was like
he said that a couple weeks ago, and then he wanted to talk that shit, throw shots at Jameis.
Yeah, I've never seen somebody play that bad of a game.
It's weird,
especially someone that's considered one of the top players at that position in the league.
And a freak athlete, like, can do probably anything he wants on the field. So it's like it's an effort thing. It's got to be.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the only guys that can. When Alvin Kamara gets the ball in space, he's like one of the only linebacker probably in the league that can.
No, yeah, the one play where it's up the right sideline and he's just trotting over there, and the dude finds the edge and turns it into a first down. It's like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
But the other ones against the runs, like,
yeah,
there was multiple different runs. He was getting
Linderbaum.
Blocked fucking 15 to 20 yards downfield and not
by
getting off the block.
Linderbaum.
Not getting off the block. It's like, dude.
That's the rookie from Iowa.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman. He was damn good with Iowa, and he embarrassed Devin White multiple times. So, yeah, no, going into it, I was like, it didn't feel like the right side. The spot called for the Bucs. I felt like we're in trouble. Bucs scored first, if I remember correctly.
No, the damn muff punt gave the Ravens a free 3 points, and that kind of.
But when you get the muff punt, and they couldn't even come away with the touchdown. I'm like, fuck, dude. They settled for the field goal,
the Bucs
right?
started fast on offense. They were getting the ball outside with the screens and stuff, and then.
But it's not all on Brady, but Brady and Mike Evans are fucking off.
Yeah.
There was so many occasions there where it's like either Evans ran the wrong route or Brady fucking threw it to the wrong spot thinking he was doing something else. Their communication and symmetry is way off.
Well, they got Evans and then Godwin. And then
Julio, that shit's so funny that they thought like Julio coming back. They did the same thing that the Titans fans did where they were like, they're like, oh, he's healthy. He's turning back the clock. Old Julio's coming back. He's going to be the difference on our Super Bowl run. Julio didn't do a goddamn thing with Tennessee. I don't even know. He might have played 2 games. And then he comes back. Now he's in Tampa. Tom Brady recruits him. He's on the TB12 method, eating fucking strawberries. Or not eating strawberries. And fucking eating avocado salads every day. And now he's never on the field. He's so not a threat, it's not even funny. He was in for like 5 plays, and he came up limping on 2 of them.
Yeah.
The Bucs are bad. The Bucs are really, really bad, and the division's still wide open for the Saints, which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
I still like Julio.
Julio sucks.
Yeah, but he won me this bet, so.
Which bet?
Over 44.5, 4th and goal. Caught the fucking touchdown.
Oh, that's right. He did get it at the very end.
That's the only reason I got it.
Yeah, you should have just bet the Ravens -1.5. Lamar is not that good.
No.
I've been saying that for years now.
Who thought the fucking Ravens were going to run it like that on them?
No, I agree. And Gus Edwards, that sucks. I don't know if it
He was running good.
Yeah, did it come out? Did they say what happened to his knee?
No.
I don't know.
I think it was a hyperextension, judging by the look of it, but he just got done rehabbing an ACL injury. I'm like, dude, that would suck if he fucking hurt his knee again.
He's questionable still for next week.
Oh, okay, then it's not any structural damage.
I
Okay,
don't
good,
think so.
good. It looked like he just hyperextended it, but still, I was like, damn, dude, that would suck. Regardless, Ravens -1.5. Yeah, I didn't see it going the way it did, but I even said on the podcast, I said it screams to take the Bucs. The spot screams to take the Bucs, but I couldn't do it because their offense just sucks. It just does. So I don't know how to even remotely judge that team currently. Commanders +3, an incredible 90-yard touchdown drive from Taylor Heineke. They had to convert 2 separate 4th downs, and then a bomb to scary Terry McLaurin on his homecoming. It was his 6th time playing in Indianapolis' stadium and his first time in the NFL. He won 2 or 3 state championships there. Catches the ball on Stephon Gilmore on the 1-yard line, takes his fucking – I guess he took his helmet off after because they didn't hit him with the DJ Moore penalty. But screaming at everybody that this is his city, that this is his shit, puts the team on his back. Fucking touchdown to win and cover with, seconds to go. It was an incredible drive. We needed to have it. Taylor Heineke, not very good, but he fucking comes through when you need it. So, Jets +1.5. Zach Wilson is so fucking stupid. Zach Wilson's the worst quarterback in football. The worst quarterback in football. He's a fucking idiot. I'm out on Zach Wilson. I'm not even kidding. I'll burn my fucking cards of Zach Wilson that I have because they'll never be worth shit but a fucking coaster for a drink. He went to he tried to throw it away like twice for interceptions.
Yeah, I saw one of them.
He fucking just
Yeah.
and he's like looking, and the guy, it was McCourty. It's like, oh, okay,
Sure.
I'll take it. He's so fucking dumb, dude. The Jets defense played well.
He's their guy.
The Jets defense played really well and kept them in this game. They lose by 5. But fuck, the biggest turning point in this game was right before halftime. Mac Jones throws a pick 6. And they called they called roughing the passer on
I saw
some
that.
bullshit. It was an unnecessary hit by the D lineman, but he didn't hit him low, didn't hit him in the head.
I was saying
And
that
he-
live while watching it.
It was fucking horseshit,
yeah,
dude.
it was a hit. It was a good hit, but it was a clean good hit.
But
And it was when he was releasing the ball. It was not late.
well, no, it was a little late. I
from
watched.
what I
It didn't
remember, he
affect
got
the
there.
throw. It
I
didn't.
thought he got there when he was
No,
throwing
it
the
didn't.
ball.
It didn't affect the throw. The ball was out of his hand. That's why, because it was late enough for me to go like, yeah, you can throw it if you want to be really fucking ticky tack. But it's a 10-point swing. It's the difference in the game.
Yeah, anyway, the Jets defense did play good. They only gave up 1 touchdown.
And then there may have been a muffed punt, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. But regardless, plus 1.5, they lose by 5. If they have even a remotely competent quarterback, they cover this number. So, and then my lock of the week, Lions plus 3.5. They lose by 4. Reynolds dropped a touchdown in his hands right before halftime that they ended up having to settle for a field goal on. I'm talking right in his hands when the defense was trying to not give him anything, and they should have stole one from him. Jared Goff throws a dart right through his hands, and they settle for 3. They lose by 4. That would have been the difference in the game. Would have been looking at a tie ball game and potential field goal victory, which obviously anything could have happened throughout then. But the Lions defense is just so bad. So bad. When they got stalled out in the red zone and settled for a field goal, it was like, okay, this isn't good. It's not good. We had a fortunate muff punt that the Lions ended up recovering. They go up 14-0 quick, and then it was just they couldn't stop them to save their life. A little reverse of that, Packers plus 11.5. Too many points for Aaron Rodgers. Got a little lucky there, but when you need a drive most to cover the spread, Aaron Rodgers delivers. And the defense came up when we needed them to. Never had a chance to win this game, not even close, but they cover the number. So I go 3-2, miss out on the lock, but I'll take a 3-2. You went your first 1-2.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm good.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Bucks didn't win. I didn't see the Ravens running it like that.
Yeah.
And then the Packers plus 11.5. They only lost by 10. You just gotta really kind of.
Did you did your record? You didn't do locks.
I didn't do my lock.
Okay.
I'm 5-3.
Okay.
But yeah, this was my lock. It was scary there because
we were fortunate.
Yeah, but we were also unfortunate in many situations. When the Packers got the ball back, then it got tipped the first play at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
It was like,
I think
felt
you got fortunate. Josh Allen gave you all that cover.
yes, that
At the end of the
interception
game,
was
dude.
so
Are you
bad
serious?
Which
That guy
one?
was wide
to
open.
Jair
bro.
Alexander in the red zone.
Josh Allen gave you all that cover.
That was literally when I was like, "Oh my god, we have a fucking chance now." I said, "What is that dumb hick doing?" I said that.
Josh
verbally.
Allen has DraftKings NFTs. He's in with the books. All right.
It was
telling you
remarkable.
right
no,
now.
yeah, we were lucky.
We got
I mean,
lucky.
come on.
I don't consider that lucky.
And you don't consider anything lucky.
No.
It took a fucking 96-yard drive after that when they hadn't been able to do shit offensively.
Yeah, but being up by that much, like what were they up? 17? It's
Yes,
like,
Yeah.
17.
No, I know. The back door's always going to be open in a game like that.
especially in the NFL like that.
Yes. But I still felt
I get what
and
you're
it was a
saying.
busted coverage on the touchdown. I felt fortunate.
I get what you're saying. I just thought y'all were a little lucky because of those Josh Allen picks towards the end. I mean that.
No, yeah,
Well,
that one
of
ball
them was bad.
One of them was.
Across the body.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's the
That was the
That's
first
not
one.
that's not the one in the
in the end zone, right by the end zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was like, I was like, I don't even know why
That
he
was
threw
terrible.
it. I don't even know why he threw it. I literally have no idea. Even he threw it and he's like, oh, and he missed the dude wide
on
open.
the sideline.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
overthrew him. I felt lucky. I mean, I felt like it was too many points.
You just gotta play like if you're gonna in the NFL, if you're gonna win by that many against a good quarterback,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who's on his
I get
team.
what you're saying.
You
He's
gotta
also
play
got
perfect.
a really good record as a double-digit favorite, though. Like, I think that was the first time he's ever not covered as a double-digit favorite.
Yeah, but I mean, usually you're not.
And they were up 14 like that.
You're not a double-digit favorite against.
Well, I think it was like 8. I think it was like 7-0.
Yeah, but it's usually not against a quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
If this
yeah.
was any other team
Right.
with a below-average quarterback, because that's usually who's double-digit underdogs. And
No,
you're
I
not
get
gonna
it, and
take
I was on it. I was happy to get it, but
the
that
Packers were running it
that
all
was the
over
thing.
them.
They were running it down their throat, and that's why they started going away from it. That's why I was like, just keep running the ball. That's got to be the weakness of the Bills' defense is that they apparently can't stop the run because
Yeah.
either one was getting
That
it.
is their weakness.
Aaron Jones got whatever he wanted, and then A.J. Dillon got it easily, equally as much. But all right, Joseph, you went 2-1. You were on the Bucks and Ravens over 44.5, which we just talked about. Thank you, Julio. Cowboys minus 9.5 was a great pick. Great spot for them too. I feel like I overlooked that one.
Yeah.
And then you were on the over 44.5 Seahawks Giants. That was your lock of the week. Didn't go that way, but DK Metcalf tried his best.
Well, and unfortunately, the rain, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but at the end there, it played a part. Saquon dropped it in the flat. They had about 3 minutes left driving, and he dropped it in the flat with about 20 yards of open field in front of him. They probably would have went and scored a touchdown if he catches that. But
No, yeah, realistically, I still feel fucking good about the Giants. The 2 muff punts were the difference, but
Yeah.
the Giants also left a lot of shit there. Busted coverage to Tyler Lockett touchdown was uncharacteristic. I'm not walking away from that like, oh, the Giants are frauds.
no.
I feel
The
like
Seahawks are a
they
good
were
team.
overachieving with their record, but I still feel like the Giants are a good football team.
Mm-hmm.
But so 2-1 for you. So yeah, 3-2 for me brings me to 24-21. We dropped the lock of the week, but we're still sitting at 5-3. Nick went his first time under 500 all year, which is pretty good. Seeing how we're on like week 9, brings him to 16-7-1, 5-3 in his locks of the week. Joseph went 2-1, back above 500, 16-15, 3-4 in his locks of the week. Justin swept the board with a perfect 3-0, but he's not here. DK tried his best, but he couldn't fucking stop the Seahawks. Geno Smith still got it done. 3-0, 14-17-1, 6-3 in his locks of the week. I don't know how he is 6-3 in his locks of the week, Joseph.
Yeah. What?
Did you change that?
Yeah, he was 5-3.
Oh, that's an edited record.
Yeah, it was 5-3.
But we only have got 8 weeks.
Huh?
Yeah, how am I 5-3?
And how do you only have 7? You fucked that up bad.
Oh no, he's 5-3.
was
I
gonna
did
say.
change it when it was 5. Yeah.
And then you're 3-4, so you should be 3-5. You tried not to adjust your lock record
No.
when we weren't looking.
When we weren't looking, I wasn't here for 2 fucking weeks.
Yeah, I know, but we've been updating it. But you updated.
No, you clearly didn't.
No, we clearly did.
Maybe
You-
1 week he didn't have a pick.
well, we put it in Justin's hands, so maybe. No,
No,
it
I
was.
didn't
it was
have
his
a
lock.
lot because I wasn't here.
No, your one pick was your lock.
Well, what about the next week?
You lost.
Yeah, the Bears.
Welcome to 3-5 in your locks of the week.
Oh, I don't care.
No, I'm just
But
saying.
it wasn't me that didn't update it. It was you,
It wasn't me.
One of y'all?
I put it on Justin.
Justin.
Oh. All right. We look ahead to
Thursday night.
Thursday night football. Hold on one second. All right. Yeah. Like I said, we look ahead to Thursday night football. We have Philly, the city of Philadelphia versus the city of Houston, which is what is currently the matchup in the World Series
didn't even
right
think of
now.
that.
And the Phillies are up 4-0 in the top of the 5th. The Phillies, I didn't hedge. I wanted to hedge so bad, but I didn't hedge. My gut said to hedge after the Phillies won game 1. They come back and they get fucking demolished in game 2. Well, here we are in game 3. Ranger Suarez on the bump, pitching a gem. Only 2 hits given up so far. But we're talking NFL football. So Thursday night, Eagles, Texans at home getting 14. I haven't looked into this at all other than the fact that 14 points at home for Davis Mills and his neck and Damian Pierce.
And his neck.
Are you taking the Eagles?
I don't know.
This is so many points, but I know the Texans
I
suck.
just want to lay them.
Do you?
I do.
I hear you, brother.
Just
definitely hear you.
at first glance, though, I'm like, that's a lot of points. And the Texans, I feel like, are one of them scrappy teams. Not
They
really.
are scrappy, but not
But
against
they're
the
not
Eagles.
very good. Everyone and their mother's on the Eagles, though.
If it was a so-so team,
Derek
That's
Stingley
why.
hasn't allowed a touchdown in coverage. Only rookie. Like 270 plus
but
snaps.
he has kind of struggled a little bit.
But he hasn't allowed a touchdown.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks.
He did allow was it 1 or 2 to Devontae Smith against Alabama, the national championship year? They meet again.
Oh, that's right. I was like, why are you just roasting Stingley for
Oh,
what he did in
no.
college? Yeah, he did. And yes, that is true. No, the Eagles are a fucking wagon. A.J. Brown just had 3 touchdowns against a really good Pittsburgh defense.
I would love to take the Texans, but I can't.
I don't see how I can physically take Philly 14 points on the road.
I know. It's just, though, you got to think, how are the Texans going to get any points?
This is one
They
of those
probably
where
aren't
it's
gonna
like,
get-
oh, there'll be a muff punt. And it's like, fuck. Texans go out 7-0. I just, oh, man, this one's so hard. What side are you on?
First half. Eagles -7.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yes. Exactly
See,
what
and
y'all were
that's
talking
when,
about
that's
with the
when
Texans.
the muff punt happens, and then the Eagles are up
No,
4 at halftime,
That'll
but then they
happen
win
at the
by
end
30.
of the game, and that's how the Texans cover.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see a backdoor cover here with the Texans. Just 13 feels like way too much. You said 14?
it's 14 now,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, give me Eagles first half -7.
Let me see what I can get it at my old reliable spot. So you're leaning Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay. You are 0-1 in your last Thursday games, so
I'm 6-2 overall.
Me too.
I'm actually 0-2. I started off 6-0.
Thursday night wagons, baby. Eagles -7
it's
first
so
half.
many points, but they could be up 21 at the blink of an eye.
Like in the first half.
No. It'll be tied at halftime.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare matchup for the Texans.
Oh, it's I thought you just meant in general. I was saying horrible. It's horrible in general, in my opinion.
Bloodbath.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's so tough. They're gonna fucking Texans might win. I was leaning Texans for sure, but I mean, yeah, it's.
So y'all are both on Eagles?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the Eagles. Fuck, -14.
You should take them first half -7.
No, I feel like that's a square bet.
Yeah, you never want to take a big favorite like that first half away.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
Because the home team's going to call it. It's prime time. They're going to think. They're
Yep.
going to say, "Oh,
we have
man,
a chance.
we got
Oh,
a
no.
chance, man."
That's exactly what the Eagles are going to
And
do.
then
Come out prime
they're
time
gonna
and just show
bitch
who they
slap
are.
them around a little bit. Probably be up by 6
Well, take,
at halftime.
take Texans +7 in first half then.
The Eagles will be up 16-10
Why would the fuck would you say that?
because the coach was going to go for 2 twice.
All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, so again, if you're listening right now on YouTube, hit subscribe, hit like if you're feeling generous. Tell a friend about the podcast if we've helped you win a bet in weeks past. I'm all over the place this episode. But for those that are new, if you haven't figured out by now, we bet the Thursday night game every week, whether we like it or not. I don't like it. I wouldn't bet this under normal circumstances, but we do it every single week, whether we like it or not. So Eagles -14. Joseph's taking the Eagles -10 first half.
7.
All right, next one I'm looking at. I'm looking at the Packers and the Lions. Lions at home, getting 3.5. I'm taking the over 50. I
50?
think, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, 49.
49.
49. I see. Okay, well,
Oh, you got 49?
I did, but we'll call it 49.5.
You need to check though.
Here,
Is
let me
49 out there?
Let me check.
I can't check. My internet isn't working.
He didn't share the password with you?
No, I went
It
to
went
get on
away.
it, but I was afraid it'll mess something up.
Here, let me see, because I saw 49.5.
I know the password, but I won't say it because we're recording to the nation right now.
Yeah, 49.5. So Packers lines over 49.5. I think the Lions secondary is so bad. Aaron Rodgers typically does very well against the Lions. I understand he's got shortcomings at the wide receiver position. With that being said, this is the perfect game if you have fucking shitty wide receivers, because the secondary for the Lions is horrible.
Terrible.
So fucking bad. It's not even funny.
Yeah, and I kind of think the Packers are starting to build somewhat of some chemistry, whatever they got.
I mean, I would love to take the Lions getting points, but just did it
Yeah.
against Rodgers and the Packers with that horrible secondary that the Lions have. I'm just going to hope that Goff can move the chains.
The Packers are going to run it, but they'll have a much better chance of getting those younger guys open.
Yeah.
And Rodgers is going to be able to get them the ball against this defense compared to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Like
on
that
the
was
over
one of
as
the
well.
reasons why I kind of took. I'm just waiting for this team to develop some type of chemistry because it's going to happen where they're able to do a little bit of something, you know.
I would think. Yeah. And that yeah. And I think this is a good opportunity. I think they could put up some points here on the
I'm on
Lions.
this too.
Okay.
Over 49.
On the over? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, what is your next one?
Baltimore at New Orleans. I'm going to take the Saints +3.
Okay.
Say it like that.
What?
New Orleans.
Okay. It's Monday night, right?
Yeah, Monday Night Football. I was like, the defense looks good. Baltimore, I'm still not sold on that they have everything figured out. That was more of whatever was happening with Devin White giving up fucking all that yardage on the ground. That's not going to happen against the Saints.
Rashad Bateman's out too.
Yeah.
Andrew's questionable.
That's true. Yeah.
It'll be nice if one of our top receivers will come back, but
They're out for the year.
It is ridiculous.
what's up with Lattimore?
I don't know.
Haven't looked.
It's Monday, so you get an extra day. I mean, you keep expecting
It was
Some
with
good
his,
news.
It was something with
Yeah.
his kidneys.
Lattimore?
Yeah, it was. I remember the play. It was when he stretched out at the back of the end zone and they fell right on his abdomen. The guy fell like dead weight right on his abdomen.
See if I can find something.
Well, anyway, the cornerbacks that we do have playing, Adebo and
Alontae
Taylor,
Taylor. Alontae
they're both
Taylor's a
playing well.
stud.
Yeah.
Alontae Taylor is a stud. They
that's
hit
a-
on another
yeah.
DB. That went into the process of getting rid of Chauncey was that they felt good about Alontae Taylor. It had to have, and he's fucking good. All right, we're talking about Josh Allen, double-digit spread record. I'm taking the Bills -13 against the Jets. Fuck Zach Wilson.
Me too.
Zach Wilson's a dumbass fucking idiot. They're going with him. They said he's their guy. He is not good. He's not. So, is Garrett Wilson out? I think he may be banged up.
I don't know.
I could be wrong. Regardless, Bills, I'm taking the Bills, -13. The Jets had their run. Now the Jets come crashing back to earth. Zach Wilson's so fucking bad. I can't do it. So give me the Bills. You're also on it? We're
As
on
am I.
all this. No, yeah, that's what I was asking you.
I said as am I, yes.
Yeah, but I said you're also on it, and you said as am
As
I.
am I, yes.
So you're also on it.
As am I, correct.
Okay. How many more NFL games do you have before you lock? I have one, and then
I always only have one.
Oh, right.
I have one game.
You always only have one. You have, say that again?
I got a little double. I got one game, 2 picks in it. And
One
of them
is
my
your lock?
Yeah.
Okay, so give us the one pick that's not your lock.
It's going to be Chargers Falcons over 49.5. Same
I'm on the
number.
Chargers -3. That's my one before lock.
Okay. Shut the fuck up.
Well, why
Yeah,
did you
over.
look disgruntled? So somebody's taking the Chargers. Joseph's lock of the week is the Chargers.
It is, all right? The Chargers are in a good
We're not on locks
spot.
yet. We're not on the locks yet. So let them wonder.
He did it last week.
Yeah, but
it was a mistake.
Yeah, whatever.
All right.
Mistake.
All right, so all we have left is locks.
Yeah.
Joseph's on the Chargers.
I'm on the Chargers Falcons over 49.5. That's not my lock.
All right. All right, locks of the week. Taking the Saints. Monday night in the Dome. It makes sense. Saints +3. The Ravens aren't, like Nick just said. Don't let that game against the Bucs cloud your judgment here. The Saints defense has got it rolling. I think the Saints defense is figuring it out. I said they got it rolling. They don't have it rolling, but they had it rolling against, I think, a good Raiders team, which is clearly not that good. But to blank them 24-0, to hold Josh Jacobs to what we did, Derek Carr, they didn't cross the 50 for quite a while. That was the performance that the Saints defense needed to have. Try to get some juice going. Sean Payton came back in the locker room, said, Dennis, figure it the fuck out. Helped him out. I think this is the run that we've been looking for with the Saints. I think we're about to go on it.
Peyton Turner.
He fucking looked good. Finally
back.
Got him he found his shoulder pads and got
Pete
out there.
Werner looked good as always.
Well, he always looks fucking
He looked great.
But the addition of Alontae Taylor, he's fucking really good. His technique is great. He can play anywhere on the field. I'm telling you, that's why we got rid of Chauncey's, because they knew that they had to know they hit on Alontae Taylor, even though he hadn't even played it down yet. He can do it all. His technique is fucking fantastic. If we can get anybody back, Lattimore, Michael Thomas, Jarvis, I'll feel even better about it. It's like, holy fuck, what is Michael Thomas doing? What are we doing? Why? I don't understand.
His toe hurt.
He's got good energy on the sidelines. He was going crazy with Alontae Taylor. I think it was Alontae Taylor. So it's like he seems to have good energy. What are we doing? Why is it? You're wasting your fucking career. You had a Hall of Fame career on the horizon, and you're just wasting it. So I wish he would figure it out and come back and play football. Jarvis, what are we doing? What are you doing? What is he doing? What is everyone doing that we're paying them to come play?
The honey badger come with a heads up play.
Yeah, that was a good play.
Being aware.
Started by Pete Werner.
Oh yeah, but being aware,
Yes.
like just being around the ball,
Yes.
that's one of his traits.
Specialties. Yes.
He has our only 2 picks this year, correct?
Yeah, the defense, we got to start getting more takeaways. I think that was the game. I mean, that was a dominant defensive performance, and like a fucking last 2 years type of defense.
Oh, another thing to mention, is Marcus Williams still out for the Ravens?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, they went and picked up Deshaun Jackson. I ain't fucking worried about that.
Yeah, they're saying, oh, man, you'd be surprised, man.
Yeah, they always said that dumb shit.
Well, why isn't he on a team?
Yeah, go get
You know?
Hines Ward. Go listen.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yeah,
a
go
good
get
spot for the
Hines
Saints. A good spot for the Saints.
Last time I seen Hines Ward, he was on The Walking Dead playing a zombie.
In the Dome, getting points. I know we don't have much of a home field advantage these days, but getting points in the Dome on Monday Night Football after we just made a dominant statement against the Raiders, I think this is a good spot. This is the game. That Raiders win, we're going to look back on. That's going to spark the run going forward. Do we make the playoffs? I don't know. The division's wide open, though. There's not going to be lack of juice in the locker room because they're seeing what everybody else is doing in the division, and they know they control their own destiny. Just go out and handle business. I think we will. Lamar Jackson bet on himself this year, and I think it's going to cost him some money after the Ravens offered him a huge contract. So he's not that good. Like everybody, you can't say that, but I've been saying it for years. He's not that good. So give me the Saints +3, lock of the week. What is your lock? Wait, yeah, I went first. What is your lock?
Superchargers -3.
So yeah, that's both of y'all's locks.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm on it too.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a great spot for the Chargers.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love the Chargers
I
coming
agree.
off of a bye.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love betting teams off of a bye, especially teams that are good but haven't been playing as good as they are. You know what I mean?
Like the Chargers.
Injuries.
yeah,
we should
like the
mention that here, huh?
Chargers.
Is Keenan Allen coming back?
Probably not. He
What?
sat out practice again today.
Yeah, but what day is it? It's fucking Tuesday. Who cares?
Well, I'm just saying.
He was warming up. He was nearly
Mike
a go last
Williams
week.
out.
Oh, they played last week?
No, 2 weeks ago.
No,
Sorry.
2 weeks ago, and then he came out because he re-injured it,
Huh.
or he hurt something.
He'll be fine. Josh Palmer season.
Now, what about the Falcons' secondary? Are they still all banged up?
I don't
well?
care. Don't know. Don't care.
I don't
You should
either.
know the answers to this question. It's your lock
No,
of the
because
week.
I don't care. I don't need it. I'm so
Well,
confident
why are
in
you
this
asking
play.
us questions you don't care about?
Because that helps. It's a good analysis,
We're all on the Chargers -3.
dummy.
That's all I got.
Yeah. This will hit easily.
All right, Thursday night, we're taking the Eagles minus 14, Packers Lions over 49.5, the Bills minus 13, the Chargers minus 3, and the Saints plus 3 is my lock of the week on Monday Night Football in the Superdome.
Eagles minus 14, the San Diego Superchargers minus 3. I know they're in Los Angeles. That's my lock. Saints plus 3 on Monday night.
Joseph?
Thursday night. What's the score?
All the Phillies,
happening?
the Phillies do is hit 2-run home runs. That's another one. Kyle Schwarber gone. We hit a 2-run home run in the first inning. Now we have a 2-run home. They're just putting up 2s. 2 runs in the first, 2 runs in the second, 2 runs in the fifth. We're up 6-0.
What inning is it? 6th?
The bottom of the fifth.
Wow.
Only 1 out. The Phillies are making a statement.
Big
All right.
win in Houston to get one there. That was great.
That was huge against Verlander.
Yeah. Thursday night, Eagles minus 7 first half. Then I'm going Lion Packers over 49.5. Bills minus 12.5. Chargers Falcons over 49.5.
Why do you have 12.5 and you let me just sit here and say I'm taking 13?
I didn't hear you say that.
You literally told me you were on the Bills.
I'm doing 2 things at once.
Yeah, but that's it's not like you're doing 1.5 things.
Yeah. It's more than one, all right?
Okay, then I'll take the Bills minus 12.5.
Yeah, 12.5, all right? Chargers Falcons over 49.5 in my lock of the week. This is going to hit. We're all on it. Chargers minus 3.
There you go. That is our picks for the NFL week. Everybody's pretty much just chugging along in the NFL. You're doing great. I'm above 500. Joseph's above 500. Justin just swept the board. No idea what he's taking. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
I feel good about this week.
I'm feeling good in general. After last week in both college and NFL, finally above 500 in both. Got one back on the lock in college football. Yeah, I'm feeling positive. So that is our picks for the week. Top 3 chips of all time. I don't have too much. I'm not very passionate about chips. So if y'all are.
Not necessarily potato chips either.
Okay, any type of chips. I'll go first. Number 3, the Sun Chips, the orange bag.
Harvest cheddar.
Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips are fire. You go to Subway, you get a foot long, you need to put Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips in your bag. Number 2, Lay's Sour Cream and Onion. You can't go wrong with Lay's Sour Cream and Onion.
What color is the bag?
Green.
Yeah, dude.
Generic.
I'm with you.
What color
Generic
bag?
as fuck.
All right, number 1, and this one really isn't even up for debate, Zapp's Voodoo Chips. What do you mean? That's the best
It's your
chips.
opinion, dude.
It's the best chips ever made.
I'm not a big fan.
Of Zapp's Voodoo Chips, it is the best chips ever made, and it's got the coolest packaging.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What?
What are yours?
Oh, dude, if that's your favorite, that's good.
No, I know.
I don't like them.
That's stupid.
You don't like any Zaps?
Do you not like Zapp's Voodoo
Mardi
Chips?
Gras Voodoo,
No.
whatever.
What? What are you saying?
Yeah, I don't like that kind of.
All the
Zaps.
Zaps are
Mardi
good.
Gras?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
black?
The
You're
crawfish,
talking about the black?
spicy crawfish ones are fire.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah, those are my favorite. The red ones.
Even the orange ones, the hotter and hot
Jalapeno.
jalapeno,
Yeah.
those are
Those
really
are
good.
good.
Well,
as
even
shit.
the original Zaps are good.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
the regular potato chips. But the Voodoo Chips are fire, dude. What are y'all talking about?
I'm just not a fan.
I like the craw taters better.
The Voodoo Chips are so, like, it's such a, I can't even pinpoint what the taste is. Like, it's a unique taste, but like that sweet and like almost, I don't know. I
Yeah,
fuck
it's
with
like
those.
sweet and tangy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't like that much.
Me neither.
I used to like them.
What happened? Okay, who's next?
I'll go. My number 3 is the Fritos barbecue twists.
Oh, those are fucking disgusting.
What?
I swear.
Nice. I like those.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
What are you talking about? Disgusting. You have Lay's sour cream and onion. as
You
your
can
two.
never go wrong. The barbecue.
I'll take salt and vinegar Lay's
Dude.
any day over.
Oh,
sour
you
cream and
dirty
onion.
bastard.
Oh, I'm changing my number 1.
I just feel like you
forgot.
lack intelligence if you get the barbecue twist Fritos.
What?
I don't know.
Dude, that's arguably one of the best gas station snacks there is.
I like those.
Those are good.
Are they in your top 3?
No.
Then you don't like them that much.
But there's so many y'all just mentioned. Like I didn't make a list. but I got it in my head.
Okay, great.
I just thought of my number.
I
one.
just-
But it's
Sorry.
I'm sliding out like it's like the tournaments with all the
What?
inserts. You know how they take their name and they put it in the next spot.
Yes. Okay.
In my head, I got
It's
frickin'
fluid in your head.
All right,
yeah.
number 2, the Ruffles. What is it? The
Waves.
sour cream and cheddar ones.
The orange one.
Yeah.
With the blue and white.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are fire. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. Number 1, forgotten about. I don't know where you can find them now. Specifically, Snyder's kosher dill pickle chips. The ones you got at the vending machine back in the old day in high school.
I used to, when I was a kid growing
Best.
up. When I was a kid growing up, I absolutely loved dill pickle chips.
I hate dill pickle chips.
I don't like them very much.
Get your
Really?
fucking smelly ass away from me, you dirty bastard.
I don't like them very much. Actually, I haven't had them in forever, but I remember I saw them in the store one time, and I was like, I used to eat them so much as a kid, and then
Yeah.
I got them, and I was like, not as good as I
It's
remember.
not the same anymore.
Yeah, I don't
Dude,
know.
the smell.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They are
Specifically the Snyder
strong.
ones
When
with
you
the
open
ridges
them up,
in them.
if somebody's eating those by me, oh, dude, I hate those people.
Okay, dude.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, just don't eat.
All right, what is your top 3?
Number 3, Cheetos, the jalapeno ones.
The green bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fire. Too.
Those.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm gonna go with the Doritos spicy nacho.
Okay, see, I hate Doritos so much because literally I despise Doritos. So when I was younger in elementary school, I was one of those kids that got left at aftercare. One of the pores. So I fucking hate Doritos because we would watch a movie every day. And every fucking day, I also hate this movie, Aladdin, the Disney movie. I fucking hate that movie because they would play it over and over again. We watch it every day. It was like fucking concentration camp torture. And then you'd go get chips. They would have regular Lay's potato chips. Once every 2 weeks, there'd be like 2 bags. So it'd be like hitting the lottery. If you didn't get that, you got stuck with Doritos. And I would eat them. But I would eat them all the time while watching this shit fucking movie on repeat, like I was in a concentration camp. So I despise the movie Aladdin, and I despise Doritos.
Any specific type of Doritos? Just nacho cheese.
The blue bag.
The Cool
Specifically,
Ranch?
I fucking hate those.
That's my favorite.
The thing I
Doritos.
hate about Doritos is the inconsistencies.
I don't like with the
Sometimes,
seasoning.
yeah, they'll.
So I
Yes,
fuck with
yes.
I fuck with the Taco Bell Doritos Locos Tacos, the cheese one.
Yeah.
But that blue bag of Doritos brings back some bad memories of aftercare.
You're right though. They are very inconsistent with their.
Lindsay
amount.
loves Doritos. No.
That was your number 2.
Yeah.
What's your number 1?
Golden Flake Sweet Heat Barbecue.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know
Just-
exactly.
I don't
what
know
you're
if I can get behind that.
Whatever. Shut up.
Golden Flake.
It's like Fruity Dino Bites.
You went with
You
damn.
like those?
No, I'm saying it's like off-brand.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's the best barbecue chip around. Yeah, it is.
It's middle of them all.
Get a bag of those and tell me you ain't gonna eat them all, boy.
I can't believe y'all don't have Zaps in your top 3.
All right, I'll take Doritos out. I want craw taters at 2 now.
Zaps are good,
That's
dude.
fair.
And Zaps
are good.
Zaps are like high quality chips in my opinion. Like the crunch of the chips.
Very
When
crunchy.
you get Lay's, you're like, this is like bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like eating a fucking Five Guys hamburger or getting a McDonald's fucking.
Yet you have their
McDouble.
ratchet ass as your number 2.
I do fuck with those sour cream and onion. But
Oh,
I
come on,
I could switch out the orange the cheddar ruffles.
Yeah.
I could switch it out.
Yeah.
When we go to Austin and we stop at Buc-ee's,
Yeah.
you go into Buc-ee's, you get a pulled pork sandwich, and then you get one of them fucking chicken with like ham and bacon and barbecue sauce sandwiches, and then you get the orange ruffles. I keep saying orange. The fucking cheddar ruffles
Yeah, they're
with that
orange.
pulled pork sandwich. Something about that combination is good. You get one of the peach teas at Buc-ee's. If you go to Buc-ee's and you don't get a peach tea, I'm telling you, you're fucking up.
I get that turkey sandwich.
That's good too. And all their sandwiches are good, all of them. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Cool.
Flaming hot Cheetos. I like those.
Yeah, I'm not a huge chip guy.
I like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Which one's better, the green bag or Flamin' Hot?
Um,
Depends. It's like what mood you're in.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And you know, if you go to get one, dude, you're going to get them, and then you're going to be like, man, I probably should have got the other ones. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Are we good?
Yep.
All right.
I feel good about this week.
Yeah, I do too. Kind of. I don't feel as good as I felt going in the last week, but I feel pretty good. I feel good to be above 500. We're making money. This could be the beginning of the end for Nick in the NFL, though.
1 week, huh? The guy's been on fire.
Well, you're on all 3 of my picks, so let's hope.
Yeah, well, Justin said there's a new sheriff in town. He went 3-0. He said he's coming back.
Shut up, Justin.
All right. Episode 131 in the books. Got anything to say before we go?
Good luck, fellas.
Good luck, my friends.
All right. Episode 131, NCAA Week 10, NFL Week 9. If you're listening on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button. You get a free chance to win the $100 giveaway. Go subscribe right now. We'll figure it out. We'll announce it either tomorrow or Thursday, or maybe we just push it back till next episode. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Again, if you want to thank us for helping you win a bet, because we've helped you win many, Nick more than us, but like I said, I'm in the green on both now. If you want to thank us, 1, subscribe, 2, tell a friend, and just keep tuning in. We appreciate y'all. Episode 131 in the books. Monday Night Football in the Dome. Who dat?
The house always wins. Play long enough, you never change the stakes. The house takes you. Unless, when that perfect hand comes along, you bet big, and then you take the house. I've been practicing this a little bit. Did I rush it? Felt like I rushed. It was good. I liked it.